if you weren't aware, Senegal just played Morocco in the AFCON final, and Lord have mercy, Morocco actually lost. Now in the 2022 World Cup, we're talking about a team that got to, was it the semifinals and then lost. So they were pretty much the favorites going into this game, and I kid you not. Now I'm not gonna talk too much about the reputation of Morocco after this World Cup competition, or after this AFCON competition. Sorry, but man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, there was drama upon drama upon drama. Obviously, I'm Nigerian. I was rooting for Nigeria, and even that game against Nigeria, man, I kid you, like this. So this AFCON was hosted in Morocco, and man, it does feel like they paid somebody, bro. I don't know who they paid, but they had to have paid somebody. I mean, it's ridiculous. When you look at the fouls that were being called against them versus for them, I mean, such light fouls. Everything when Nigeria played them in the semis, everything Nigeria did was a foul. And all the fouls, we only got maybe a handful of fouls that game. It was ridiculous. And at one point I was like, okay, maybe the ref was Ghanaian, maybe that's a part of it. I'm not gonna lie. That might be a part of it. But it did feel like something was happening here for sure. And I don't, I'm not gonna speak too much on that. I've already spoken enough. But coming into this final, I think just based on that, based on Moroccan players trying to steal Nigerian goalkeeper's towel, and that happened multiple times. I think they stole 3 of his towels throughout the game. And these are towels, they claim it's black magic, right? It's not black magic. You see that in the Premier League. You see that in other games as well, in other leagues, competitions, where goalkeepers have towels to clean their hands, clean their faces. They're sweating. They need to think clearly. They need to be more free. So they have that opportunity, So you taking that away, like, I understand it's your home, but a home advantage shouldn't give you the right to disrupt a goalkeeper during the game. And for me, it's even poor refereeing from the refs to not stop that, in my opinion. The refs have an authority to give yellows or reds to players that are on the bench, the managers as well. And despite all this happening in the background, the ref did not even stop the game once to say, hey, stop doing this to your goalkeeper, or stop doing this to the goalkeeper, right? This was never spoken of, it was never said, and you can't tell me that the ref did not know about this, I'll be honest. So it's not looking good. So the way this game went was, it was approaching the 90 minutes, it was approaching the full-time whistle, it was still 0-0, and Senegal ended up scoring a goal. Now that goal was chopped off, because the ref ended up blowing his whistle right before the ball can hit the back of the net and cross the line, essentially. And so because of that, he blew it. First of all, he blew it because there was an earlier foul. Now, mind you, it's a very extremely soft foul, but he blew the whistle. Cool, it's whatever. But however, VAR aren't able to intervene, and the reason why is because he blew it before it's an actual goal, right? So let's say the ball went in the back of the net, then you can go back to VAR, look at the earlier foul, and then decide if it's a goal or not, right? Which is what you should do. This is what's been done in the Champions League. This is what's been done in Premier League. This is the standard that refs have set for themselves. Because they have that video assistant, they don't need to make rash calls like that, right? They can allow play to just happen. We see that with offsides, we see that with fouls, and then we can bring it back to ensure was that the right call or not, right? That is what VAR is for. Rather than this ref allowing for the ball to actually hit the back of the net and then maybe bringing it back, taking a look at VAR and making that decision, he decides to blow the whistle before the ball can actually hit the back of the net, in turn causing VAR to essentially be obsolete in that situation. So you can't look at VAR because there's nothing to technically look at. The ball didn't go in the back of the net. So first of all, that's a little fishy, right? That's a little fishy. Fast forward a few seconds, minutes, whatever it was, and Morocco ended up getting a penalty in Senegal's box. And that's when, this is probably one of the craziest finals we'll ever see or ever witness. And honestly, it's a bit of an embarrassment to African football, I think so. It's also very entertaining, but it's a bit of an embarrassment. I mean, and this was a very soft foul, right? Where we got Brian Diaz went down at the box, and he awarded the pen, and it was extremely soft, and it's just, it's ridiculous. Everything seems to be going Morocco's way. It seems like they paid off the ref. That's what it seems like. I'm not gonna say too much on that, but that's what it seems like. And so, guess what? the manager of Senegal ends up telling his players to just leave the pitch. They were ready to abandon the game and forfeit the game just because of how things were going so far against them, right? Just because of the fouls the refs were calling, the situations with the towels and the goalkeepers, everything seemed to be going alright. And look, and let me see if I can find like a clip or something, because this was honestly ridiculous. I mean, if you look at the fouls, okay, I don't want to play the sound because I don't know, but I mean, come on, that's not a foul. Okay, that's not a foul right there. That's not a foul. And then he blows it for Morocco. How, brother? And throughout the tournament, it's been going on that exact same way. I mean, this is insane. They paid off the goal. They paid off the refs, man. They paid off the refs. I don't want to hear it. They paid off the refs. They literally had players and ball boys trying to prevent the second choice goalkeeper from handing Mendy the towel. He literally had to stand there in guard of the towel to make sure. So this guy right here in black, he's the second choice goalkeeper. He had a towel on hand, and every time Mendy needed a towel, he'll just run up and give it up to him. I mean, this is ridiculous. Right here is Nigerian's goalkeeper basically saying after the game, "Make una use all my towel, una wipe your tears." Basically, he's saying like wipe your tears with towels, if you don't understand that. But long story short, yeah, I mean, this is insane. Like, this should never be allowed. I think, in my opinion, right, I'm not going to say it's right for a Senegalese manager to actually like tell all the players to walk off the pitch. I don't think that should be allowed in any sort of game, and there should be repercussions. But at the same time, there should absolutely be repercussions for Morocco for even allowing something like this to happen. This is something that you see in the most amateur football back in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? You don't see this. This should not be seen in top flight, highest level African football. This should not be seen in the slightest. And for it to be the host nation, a country like Morocco, who pride themselves on their football quality, this should not be allowed. It genuinely should not be allowed, and there should be some repercussions, in my opinion. I mean, this goes without saying. It's insane. Look at this. He literally had to run. I mean, look at that. He literally had to run away from all the ball boys and the officials just to keep the towel. Imagine that while the players are playing. I'm bamboozled. I mean, this was just a chaotic final. Long story short, Brahim Diaz gets the penalty, and lo and behold, guess what? My brother misses. Honestly, if he scored this, all of Africa would be hating. Like, I think this is justice. Now, mind you, I pray for his safety, because you know, you have a team that walks off for 10 minutes, they come back, you end up taking the pen, and you decide to Panenka it. It's genuinely, I pray for his safety, because if that was my country and this player did that, I do not know what I would do. I do not know what I would do. You know, and I just pray that he may get to Madrid safely, because man, if he did this in some place like Argentina or Italy, somewhere in South America, I mean, he's cooked. He's done. You will not hear the name Brahim Diaz ever again. All right, I'm being honest. So pray for his safety, but to decide to chip it, you wanted that cold moment. I mean, he missed so bad that people actually thought he did it on purpose. As a respect, he did not do it on purpose. He missed the pen, and Mendy saved it. First of all, Mendy's the worst goalkeeper to try and Panenka a pen. He saved multiple in his past. He can save them all week, every day. And that high pressure situation, trying to Panenka it, just drill it. Just drill it. But I digress. Regardless, though, justice. And shortly after that, guess what? Senegal scored. So Senegal ended up winning 1-0. It was one of the most craziest finals after trying to walk off literally for 10 minutes. They came back. I mean, but it must be hard for the penalty taker to have the penalty and then to have the opposition team walk away to disrupt the game for around 10 minutes just to come back and take it in that high press situation. I mean, Arteta would be taking crazy notes right now, because this is something he would do. It's ridiculous. Like, it's hard. It's hard on the penalty, but to be fair, you don't go chipping that. You don't go chipping that. Just drill it. Okay, it wouldn't be a cold moment if you scored it. It'd just be disrespectful. All right, so there's no reason why you should chip that. Okay, just drill it in the back of the net. I digress. But anyway, for me, I think just based on everything that happened, I'm extremely glad that Senegal won. I think Morocco won. I mean, throw this AFCON away. I don't want to hear it. The amount of calls that were going for them, the amount of things they're allowed to do on the pitch to opposition players is simply unfair. That's not a signifier of one of the best teams in the world. It's really not. They had some good players, obviously. I'm not blaming the players. I don't think it's the players' fault, but I think, you know, the officials of Morocco, the country as a whole, I don't know what exactly happened there, but I think it's clear that there's some behind-the-scenes action going on there. And I think Senegal winning is the best form of justice I think we needed as a continent, and they needed as a nation. So that's my thoughts. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. But that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video, and peace.